My issue started in 2020, actually, just before the lockdown. Yeah, I was struggling a lot, but I also had no idea what was happening, just like you. I wasn't sleeping well. I was sad. I was feeling like so hopeless. I even had some self-harm thoughts at some point. Yeah. Uh, I felt like, ugh, I think death would be better.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a point where I felt like I can't do this anymore. Yeah, but I still had no idea why I was feeling that way. It was only when I started going for therapy. No, I got diagnosed first. Yeah, because we visited this other lady at FAMSA, and then she recommended that I should see a doctor. I went to see a doctor, and then she diagnosed me with severe depression. After that, I started seeing a therapist. Yeah. That's when I actually realized that I've been struggling or I've been battling this depression for as long as I could remember. I just had no idea that it was depression.
Yes.
Which is the reason why I decided to start blogging and also start the Instagram page. Because I was like, how many other people out there are like me who are battling
the same thing,
something they don't even know? And it's so hard, I can tell you.
Yeah.
It was so hard for me. Because I thought back on all these years and I realized that I struggled.
Sure.
Yeah, I struggled a lot and I had no idea what was happening. I felt like I wasn't fitting in anywhere, at church, everywhere, especially at church, because, there's that perception that you can't be depressed if you're a Christian. So, it was just a struggle for me. So I was like, how many other people out there are struggling? Who are battling something they do not know. So I was like, if I had a person back in the day or back then who knew better, who could come to me and be like, Sipogazi, I think this is depression. Maybe you should see a therapist. Or I think this is mental illness. Maybe you should see a doctor. I could have gotten help a long time ago. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be that person. I'm going to put my struggles and my experiences out there so that other people could read and be like, I think this is what I'm dealing with. Maybe I should go and see someone.
Man, I have so many follow-up questions from that. The one is on what is FAMSA and what led you to go to that for the diagnosis. And then the other one is what were the things that you can see back then that you didn't know were linked to when you got diagnosed and that makes sense. Just because I'm thinking the next question was supposed to be about hey, how do I help somebody? But let's first, that person might not know, right? So maybe talk around that.
Okay. First of all, FAMSA is it's therapists. Yeah, it's a mental institution. There are therapists. It's affordable. So the reason why I ended up going to FAMSA, because I was struggling. And at that time, I was assisting. I was an admin assistant at the Y. And I wasn't functioning. I was just not doing well. I couldn't go to work. So Fritz was like, who was our boss. So he was like, I think you should go see someone. He actually paid for me to go see someone. I was a bit skeptical, obviously. I mean, I'm a village girl. I'm from the Eastern Cape. I'm like, I was like, how is talking to some stranger gonna help
you?
I've seen it. I've seen it. I used to watch a lot of Generations. I don't know if you guys So I've seen it on Generations. I've seen some people go talk to some stranger about their problems.
They lay on their couch.
And I never saw the end result. Maybe I just never paid attention, but I would see these people talking to these strangers about their problems, and it never made sense to me. So even when Fritz suggested it, I was like, okay, I don't know how this is going to help, but...
Shout out to Fritz.
Sorry. But anyway, I did it.
Yes.
Yeah, I went there.
You got it.
Yeah, I went there. I spoke to this lady. It was a white lady. Even when I was talking to her, I don't know.
Were you skeptical already?
Yeah.
Right? You were like...
So I was just sitting there. I told her what was going on because I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't functioning. I was always sad. I was feeling hopeless. I felt like the whole world was just on top of me. Yeah. So I told her what was happening, and I kind of felt so alone, even though I'm talking to her. Like, it was like she was like standing on the outside, like, and I was here in this hole by myself, and this person is supposed to help me. But anyway, after the whole thing, she suggested that I should see a doctor. Yeah. She suspected that I'm suffering from depression. So I was like, okay. So I told Fritz. Fritz was like, okay, maybe you should see a doctor. Then I went to see a doctor. She gave me some form to tick. Yeah. It's like a
checklist.
Yeah, it's like
You
a
have
checklist.
this,
Yes, it's like a checklist. Yeah, so I did the things, and then she was like, you are severely depressed.